Good morning, everyone. On site, got the KX 121-3. We have a little emergency job. Basement got flooded. Daylight drain cannot be found. So we're shooting elevations. I believe this water backed up in it, flooded the basement. So here is a footing drain here, which is on the 4-foot frost walls. These are 9-foot basements, so we're lower, and this is the lowest point by looking at it, but we're going to shoot it to make sure, try to locate this pipe and open it up and get it working again. So yeah, check back and stay tuned. All right, so I measured inside the basement to that windowsill. It's 6 foot. We just shot with the laser right here, so we need to know, so now we know we got to find it over here. I'm 6 foot down, plus we got a 4-inch floor, 10-inch footing, so 14 more inches. But we will check back as soon as we get something established here. All right, guys, there's 6 foot right there, and I had 6 foot there, so we're missing 10 inches. We got to be 10 inches lower, which I'm going to shoot down there is where that pipe's got to be, because we need 6'10" to be dead level with the bottom of the footing. All right, guys, I'm just got my bee kit going. I just got stung by a bee. I'm allergic to them, so we're just monitoring this. Was by the water's edge looking, and he come up and wailed me, and there's a huge nest the size of a softball. I don't know what kind of bee it is. I'm really allergic to wasps, but we don't know yet, so stay tuned. Video might be ending short today. Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm feeling good. A little swollen, but it was a bee that makes me feel happy. It didn't hurt me. But the hornets is what, or the black wasps is what really get me. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're just gonna explore right here over to there and just try to find that pipe that's coming out. I believe it is at the water's edge. I looked at the culvert. The culvert's got sediment growing up about 10 inches, so this pond is 10 inches to a foot higher than normal, which would lead to tell me that that pipe is probably at water's edge, and he just basically from 6 foot to 6'10" is level from the house, and they had no room for air. Gives you 4 inches of pitch inside the pipe. But yeah, we're gonna find it, and that's where we're at, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we keep digging in the spot where I thought it might be, and we got blue stone right there, so that's a telltale sign there's something in the ground. Foreign, which would be a drain pipe. Clean blue rock, obviously. So we're gonna shoot some grade. Well, obviously we're gonna dig here too, but we're just gonna shoot for knowledge and get right back with you. Once we explore this, we'll open it up. It is way below than that water level, so I'm assuming he put a dry well in here and it was hoping it would leach out, and then this was, you know, the house is 15 years old, so over time it just failed. So we'll come to that conclusion in a bit. Check back. All right, we found the pipe. Just when I looked at this job Sunday, I didn't have any tools for elevation, just did it with my eyes. I said if I was to put the drain, it would be coming off this corner, and the lowest point was here at the water's edge. And I could tell by this tree and these trees, you know, they're mature trees. Right here where it's heading, these trees are probably 15 years old, these little guys right here. So definitely I would have thought it was here, and I was right. So, but it is way too low to be getting a feed, so we will be looking at that right now. It's got to be some kind of maybe dry well, but we'll shoot elevations to determine that. All right, here's an update. This is heading towards the neighbors, but there is a pipe sticking out over there in the creek bed. We're tapping on this. It's not echoing into there, and I think I would hear an echo, so we're going to excavate and explore a little more here. All right, we got water in here, and this is a perforated pipe, and it's draining out the house right now. It's so basically the builder put a dry well in here, covered it with stone. I don't know how deep the stone is. We'll explore that in a minute. But we are dropping the pond level right now. We're gonna go over here. Meek's just cutting the overburden and the sediment out, which will drop the pond about 6 to 8 inches, maybe a little more. So you see the bottom of the culvert, and then look how much sod is all built up here. So once we dig this out to the bottom of the culvert, then this pond level will drop, which will help that dry well, because right now this water is seeping back in. It doesn't allow that dry well to drain. All right, check back. All right, we got some serious roots in here. Gonna get rid of them, get this out. Boy. We got ourselves a beaver. Look at that thing, huh? Wow, that was all down in there. Looks like a big old beaver. She's starting to run now. We'll get this all exposed, cut out. There's all roots. All right, we got her opened up. She's flowing good, nice and clean. She's already dropped about 3-4 inches. Show you the other end. All the water coming out. She's a running. So we'll dig a couple more scoops out of that other hole where the dry well is and explore that a little more. All right, guys, quick update. We just shot with the laser the bottom of that pipe. Then we shot the water. We put the laser down in the water. There's 9 inches. So there's no way that's why the builder put that semi dry well in to relieve underground with the pressure of the pond being up higher that we just cut out. So that will be lower. That will alleviate the ground pressure of water here. We'll make it work again. There's no way you could daylight that pipe into that pond or near that edge. The pond water is 9 inches higher than the bottom of that pipe right now. So that is the diagnostic and what's going on here. And you can see the bottom of these pipes are just weeping a little bit. You know, these have holes right here from the basement, so it's draining a little bit, nowhere near as much as it was. So the basement's starting to run out. I dug this down. He don't have stone too far in, just, you know, 6 inches of stone. It's all clay here. That's why that won't drain. Don't know what he has down at that end, but it could lead to a dry well. But I think the big culprit was the pond overgrown and it being up the foot that it held all that groundwater back. So this will allow this to naturally leach. We had a lot of rain this spring, and over the years of that culvert being overgrown, and that would be my assumption. The 100% fix for this is a sub pit in the garage, in the basement. He doesn't have one, so I told him, give him a quote on that. And then we can cut a hole in the floor in the corner, dig down, you know, a couple feet, put in a sub pit, and then put a pump in the pit, and then pump the water out and have it come out where those utilities are, run the pipe up and out, down in the ground, you know, a foot, and then just daylight it out here. You have plenty of room there. And then he's got a generator, so that would work. So I would call this a good success diagnostic on what we found. So we explored in the right areas and figured this out pretty quickly. It's about 11 o'clock now, so it took 2 or 3 hours. We're going to cover this all back up. We're going to take some fabric right now, put it over this pipe, and take the remainder of the stone and just bed that back in, and so we don't plug them holes up. Meek's got the fabric, I got a phone call, and we'll check back in a bit. All right guys, what we're doing is just putting some stone down, put it back the way it was, and I dug that hole, and we'll fill that also. Then all right, so we're gonna put some fabric down over the stone, and that will buy him some time until that water level gets down, and he can install a sub pit and put a pump in, and then that will solve his problems. But at least we know why he's getting water in there. And I think, you know, the ground pressure, like I said, with the elevation of the pond raised up over the years, and it just pulled the trigger and made this fail, because this worked for 15 years. So it was just this season that it just it failed. So hopefully this will get him back to square one by lowering that, and he'll still do that sub pit, and that should get him a-okay. So we're just going to grade up here after we get the rest of the buckets of stone on and this, and call it a day. Just about noon. All right, stone, fabric. Now we will backfill. Yep, it's raining. We just got loaded up in time. Everything's wet over there. Really couldn't grade it out much. We just packed it in. But yeah, we're gonna hit some lunch up. Hopefully the storm passes, and we will get binded down and get her done. All right, guys. Still hasn't stopped raining. Looks like it's not gonna stop raining, so I'm gonna bind this. Oh, almost dropped it. It's slippery. I'm gonna bind this down. Miko's just giving that a 1-2 rake job. It's clumpy and muddy. Just give that a 1-2, and we'll be somewhere tomorrow. Not sure, got to look at the schedule. We got a couple projects we got to start ASAP, so those footings on the other project aren't ready yet. Guys are going to be there Tuesday, I guess, so still got to truck that fill out though. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the clip. Wasn't much today, but we'll catch you tomorrow.